Hey, it's IdkWhatsRc and this is my crafting guide for members. In this video I will show you many ways to get level 99 in crafting. The first series of method is called slow but good money. You will make leather gloves until you get level 7 and then after that you will make gold bracelet until level 23. From that point you have two options. You can continue to make gold bracelet all the way to level 99. If you do so, you will make around 70 million GP in around 300 hours. The second option is to start making Sapphire Bracelet. They give twice more experience per hour, but they only give 12 million GP for level 99. The next series of method is called medium speed and medium cash. Like the slow method series, you will start off by making leather gloves until level 8. At level 8 you will start making Gold Amulet and then you will make bracelet with jewels. You will make those bracelets until you've reached level 54 or 57 depending on the next method you want to use. The first method is to make battlestaffs. They give great experience at 260k experience per hour and they only cost 9 GP per experience. This means that to get level 99 it will take you around 50 hours and you will lose around 160 mils. The second method I will show is Dragonhide. With this method you can make a little bit more experience per hour at 280k experience per hour, but they cost a little more at 15 GP per experience. Furthermore, there are two ways to make Dragonhide. The first one is the regular one, and the second one is to use Proto-Tool from the minigame Stealing Creation. The last series of method is called fast but expensive. Like all the other methods, you will start by making leather gloves until level 8, then from 8 to level 20 you will make gold amulets. The only thing you will do from this point is to cut gems. So first of all you will cut sapphires, then emeralds, then rubies, and then diamonds. This is by far the fastest way to get level 99 in crafting, because it only takes 28 hours of training. However, it costs a lot, around 500 million GPs. Before starting this guide, I want to mention that in the top right corner of the screen there is a skip button. If you click on it, you will jump directly to the next method. Okay, so leather gloves. You will train with this method from level 1 to 7 with the slow method, and from 1 to level 8 with the medium or fast series of methods. The experience is quite low at 24k experience per hour and the cost is very expensive, but anyway you won't train that way very long. For this method you will need threads and leathers. Also don't forget to put a needle in your tool belt. Making leather gloves is very easy. First of all, withdraw many leathers from your bank and select the craft option. Then click on gloves and make all of them. It will instantly craft all the leathers you have in your inventory into gloves. Now let's talk about the pure gold jewelry. So the first method is to make gold bracelet. This method is used for the slow series from level 7 to level 99. The experience per hour is 40k and you make a lot of cash, around 5 GP per experience. The second method under this category is the Gold Amulet Unstrung. So you will train that way for the medium and the fast methods. The experience per hour compared to the gold bracelet is a little bit more, but you make a lot less cash, around 1.6 GP per experience. The only item you need is gold bars in your inventory and either a amulet mold or a bracelet mold in your tool belt. To make gold jewelry you will need a furnace, and the best one is located in Edgeville. However, to access it you will need to have done the easy barrack tasks. Another good furnace spot is in the Ghost City. However, you will have to have done the quest Ghost Ahoy. Finally, the best spot with no requirements is in Al Karim, and to get there very fast you can use a Amulet of Glory. First of all, withdraw gold bars from your bank and then run to the furnace. After that, use one of your gold bar on the furnace and then select the Make All Amulet option. And that's it, you're done. It will convert all your gold bar into Golden Amulet or Golden Bracelet, depending on what you chose. Now let's talk about bracelet, but with a jewel in it, for example the Sapphire Bracelet. This method is used in the slow method until level 99, or for the medium method until level 30. The experience gain per hour is around 78k experience per hour, and it gives around 1 GP per experience. Those who want to train with the medium methods will then make Emerald Bracelets. So the experience is a little bit higher at 85k experience, but it costs a little bit at 0.4 GP per experience. And after that you will craft Ruby Bracelets until level 54 or 57, depending on the method you want to use next. I don't recommend to use the Diamond Bracelets because they cost a lot and the experience is not very high. When making bracelet with jewels, you want your inventory to be half gold bars and the other half to be cut gems. You will also need a bracelet mold, obviously. First, withdraw the gold bars and the cut gems from your bank and then run to the furnace. As you can see, the furnace in Al-Kharid is a little bit farther, but you need nothing to access it. As usual, use the gold bar on the furnace and then select the make all option on the Sapphire Bracelet. And that's it, you're done. Now let's talk about the Battlestaff. So the first one you can make is the Water Battlestaffs. I recommend to make them from level 54 to 58. They give a very good experience per hour at 190k experience per hour, and they only cost 8 GP per experience. After that you want to make the Earth version of it, so the Earth Battlestaffs. So the experience is a little bit higher. Then you make Fire Battlestaffs, which give even better experience per hour. And then finally you make the Air Battlestaffs from level 66 to level 99. You can get a very high experience per hour at 261k experience per hour, and they only cost 9 GP per experience. When you are making them, you want half your inventory to be orbs, so either water, earth, fire, or air orbs. They must be powered, so don't buy the unpowered one. And the other half of your inventory should be Battlestaffs. In this short clip, I will show you how to make them very fast with mouse keys. If you don't know what mouse keys are, or if you don't know how to use them, then click on the annotation that will appear on the screen. Okay, so click 5, then 2, 5, 9, 5, 2, plus, or 5, 5 to exit the bank. Then use one of the orbs on the Battlestaff and select the make all option. Then you get yourself ready by clicking on the bank and selecting the use quickly option. So use quickly your bank, then 5, 2, 5, then you repeat 5, 2, 5, 9, 5, 2, plus, and select the orb on the Battlestaffs. So repeat this again and again. Now let's talk about Dragonhide. So the first thing you will be able to make is Dream Dragonhide Vambraces, and you will make them until level 63. The experience per hour is 120k experience per hour, and the cost is around 17 GP per experience. Then after that you will make Dream Dragonhide Bodies, which give better experience per hour at 280k experience per hour, and they even cost less than the Vambraces at 15 GP per experience. Another option for those with a little bit more money is to make the blue version, so the blue Dragonhide Bodies. They give a little bit better experience per hour at 315k experience per hour, but they cost more, obviously. For this method you will need dragon leathers and threads, and don't forget to put a needle in your tool belt. For this you can also use a Beast of Burden Familiar, but this is optional. You can either buy dragon leathers, which are already tanned and ready to use, or you can buy Dragonhides, which cost a little bit less, but you need to tan them. If you want to be as efficient as possible, then you should always buy the dragon leathers, because you should never do something that doesn't give experience only to save money, except your best way to make money. Now let's talk about the Proto Tool, which is a still in creation reward. So when you're using it, you will get double experience in crafting, and this means that the experience power is twice more and the GP per experience is twice less. By playing 1 hour at the Stelling Creation minigame, you should be able to get 98 points per hour, which is 4.9 tools per hour. However, the tools only last for 44k crafting experience. If you need a guide about Stelling Creation, then click the annotation on the screen. In conclusion, if you do all the maths, you will come up with this. Making green bodies with proto tools will give you 156k experience per hour, counting the time to make the bodies and get the tools, and the cost will be 7 GP per experience. With the current prices, it's better to use proto tool if your GP per hour with your best method is less than 2.5 million GP per hour. But I will explain it in details later in this guide when I will show you my calculator. In this short clip I will also use mouse keys. Okay, so to drop the items, click 5 to 5, then 5 to plus, or 5 5. After that you want to put all the letters into your familiar, for example the Pakiak. Then bank once again, then 5 to 5 5 or plus. Then you will click the craft option on the letters. After that, instead of all, you will put 53. This is very important because otherwise when you will click Take Bob, you will stop crafting and you don't want this to happen. When you will need more IDs, simply click Take Bob and it will fill up your inventory with new IDs and you won't stop crafting them. Now let's compare the Battlestaffs with the Dragonhide. So usually the Battlestaff are way cheaper, usually they have the cost. But one of the problem with the Battlestaff is to get the Battlestaffs, because there's a 100 limit per 4 hours on the Grand Exchange. So this means you will have to use the 4 rounds or trade players to get many of them and get level 99 crafting. If you want the fastest experience in crafting of the game, you will have to cut gems. And the first gems you can cut is the Sapphire one. With that method, even at level 20 you can get 230k experience per hour, which is a lot. Then from level 27 to 34 you will cut emeralds, which give even better experience per hour. Then you will cut rubies. And finally you will cut diamonds all the way to level 99. They give amazing experience per hour at 460k experience per hour, but they cost a lot at 40 GP per experience. All you need for this method is uncut gems in your inventory and a chisel in your tool belt. Okay, so click 5, then 2, then plus to withdraw the gems and with the bank interface. Click on one of them and select the cut all option. As you can see, cutting gems is very fast. In fact, you can cut 1 per game tick, which is 0.6 seconds. So be ready to use your bank by right-clicking the bank and move your mouse over the Use Quickly option. Drop all your inventory with this button, and then 5 to plus to withdraw your gems and quit the bank interface. So repeat this again and again, and you will get a ton of experience. In this section I will put all the methods with a lot of potential, but that do not work properly because of few things. The first method of this category is the spell Superglass make from the Lunar spellbook, and you will need the Lunar Diplomacy quest and the Green Mentor quest to use it. As you can see, this method gives incredible amount of GP per hour, nearly 1,400,000 GP per hour, and it even gives good crafting experience. However, the main problem of this method is that you need seaweed, and to get them it's very hard, nobody sells them in the Grand Exchange. So this is why this method doesn't really work well. Okay, so click 5 to 5, 9, 5, 2 plus to exit the bank interface and withdraw the seaweed. And click on the Superglass make spell. Then drop all the items, and then 5259552 plus. Then click on the spell once again and repeat this again and again. The second method that could be very good is to cut Dragonstone. Effectively, they can give up to 580k experience per hour. However, there are two problems with this method. The first one is that it's very hard to get uncut Dragonstones because there's a 100 limit on the Grand Exchange. And the second reason is that the price of the Dragonstone change a lot, so the GP per experience can be very high. The third and final method under this category is to make Headdress. The good thing about this method is that it costs nearly nothing while giving great experience in crafting. However, you will need colored feathers and they don't buy at the Grand Exchange. The final project is also very hard to sell. Another bad thing about this method is that you will need to click a lot, and the experience you will get per hour really depends on how fast you can click. So use one of the feathers on the cloth to instantly change it into a headdress and get experience. As you can see, you really need to click a lot, and the experience will get really depends on how fast you can click. Once all your inventory is turned into headdresses, simply bank and repeat. If you want to find out which method is the most efficient for you, depending on the current prices, then simply go check my calculator. To check it, click the link in the description of this video, and you will be redirected to my Wikia page. After that, click on the crafting calculator right there. You will be redirected to my crafting calculator. Then enter the amount of cash you can make per hour with your best money making method. For example, 1,500,000 GP. Now your goal is to find out the methods with the least total time in hours. So far I got the Sapphire Bracelet, the Earth Battlestaff. Okay, the Earth Battlestaff has the least amount of time to get 1 million experience, so this is the most efficient method for me. However, if I can only make, for example, 500k, then the best method for me will be Sapphire Bracelet so far. Then I will check out the other methods, and yeah. So the best method would be Sapphire Bracelets because they has the least time to get 1 million experience.